Good morning to everyone. I was asked to tell the story of my experience and career in Italian Navy, but struggled to find the right place to start, the impossible, a dream. Who would my dream seriously? That of a young girl in the ninth who wanted to wear a uniform when this remained a male prerogative. The Italy was not ready, not yet. People say that the dream came true, and in 2000, when the age limit was raised by 2 years, this allowed the student Catia Pellegrino to become cadet Catia Pellegrino. If the age limit had not been raised to 24 years, I would not have been able to be an officer in the Italian Navy. The adventure began on October 9, 2000, when 150 young men and women started training, of which the women could not take more than 20% of places available. We started in 31, ended up in 25, and now we are only 20 left. We all know that the Naval Academy is not a walk in the park, but to me it seems to be one of the most exciting and fun experiences in the world. Apart from finding out that I would have to wear a skirt that I never wore. Then came the night and the cold of winterly morning. In the shared dormitory, windows had to be kept wide open, and the bed was freezing, shivering, cotton pyjama and wool blanket. Standing still not to lose a head, and every time I asked myself, but who made me do this? Enough. Tomorrow morning I will resign. Yet the next morning would come, and I found a reason to stay. The night had passed, and this seemed to be the right place for me. Day after day, night after night, I compared my place in the academy. Visiting so many foreign places, my eyes were filled with wonders. The desert, the Pyrenees, the great mosque were still in my mind's eye when, later, one year later, we took watch with the sun at midnight, and the sky ripped open by the aurora borealis colors and the bones froze. As the lookout out, I had to be aware of the danger of icebergs. I said it when I was a child that I would have traveled. The operational life on board the ship came to me in the shape of gangway of aircraft carrier Garibaldi. With my first peacekeeping mission in Lebanon, began the long list operational tours that consumed my life for almost a decade. 3 anti-piracy missions in 2 years, 2 under EU flag, Operation Atalanta, and 1 under NATO flag, Operation Ocean Shield. The Libyan emergency, and then Operation Mare Nostrum and Mare Sicuro on the Strait of Sicily to recover migrants at sea. For a long time, on all the missions afloat, I was the first woman and was almost always surrounded by men. Someone asked me, how do you try to be a woman, an officer in a man's world? What does it mean? I always responded, I don't know how to be a male officer. The academy, the assignment, the sacrifice are the same as theirs. I have dealt with them in the only way I know, as Catia. This is the same spirit when I accepted the news to being named the commander of a ship with years in advance. And the ship was one of those assigned to the best. Because the ship was sailing in the Strait of Sicily, a helicopter would take me on board. The first crew in the history of the Italian Navy, which would have a woman as commander, so get out of that helicopter a girl with long curly hair in t-shirt and jeans. Was the 10th of June 2013. The world was really changing. From the first day, you realize how true it was. The loneliness of commander, alone in decision, in taking responsibility, alone in giving orders, I remember the eyes of my crew on me, waiting for the order and ready to judge their commanding officer. They never know, or show trepidation or fear will not be forgiven. Only when you have been tested do you understand who you are. The time to prove myself arrived. One a quiet October day, you receive a message that the boat capsized and a chill runs down your spine. You begin to quickly give orders. There's no time for weighted, comfortable decisions. Everything is moving fast. However, you have a brilliant idea, like sending all the available life jackets in the helicopter cockpit. You arrive on site and hear the despairing voice of those in the water. But you can only concentrate on that. You have an helicopter in flight, and after more than an hour, it has a failure, and you have to recover it. It's dark, and the weather is cold, and many are still to be saved. You have to coordinate the units at sea, 4 helicopters and 2 planes which alternate in and out. You have to rescue the living, but not abandon the dead, and manage the 2 doctors and nurses you have available between the various ships for first aid. And you have to take decisions, one after the other, for the survivors, for your men, for those of other ships. And no one can get out, and you do not sleep for more than 2 days. It was the 11th of October 2013, and only 7 days after, the Mare Nostrum operation had started in reaction to those unacceptable events. During my command period, we rescued more than 3,000 migrants. It's not strange to have trained for war and to find oneself saving life, because military training is based on the concept of defense of the nation, and as a defenders of the people, we do not distinguish between the Italian soul and a stranger who is in distress at sea. Someone needs to be saved. There is also the law of the sea, that imposes on seafarers the duty to safeguard human life. Someone asked me how a woman with her sensibility is able to live all of this. You do not have the time. You can't afford to give into emotions. You can't afford to lose the ability to think clearly. At the moment, you have to stay sharp and focused. You must arrive on time. You'll think about it later, if at all. And if after, you can afford the time to think, you need to focus on what you have done well. To think of those who you have saved, and figure out if you gave the maximum that you could, without stopping, without thinking of yourself. Day after day, in 17 years, many things have changed, and now many women are in the Navy, and several of them, after me, have become commanding officer of a ship. We are no longer a novelty. We are the younger part of an historical organization. I've always been thankful to my crew for having overcome the initial reticence and always seeing me the commander, with the masculine article. Do not think I am a man. I think I'm a woman who knows how to get on, even with things traditional seen as men's business, because she always wanted to be self-sufficient and not have to depend on anyone, but in fact, even in small ways, we all depend on each other. In a sense, the commander is the ship, but she also has a soul, and the soul is the crew. The ship would be nothing without its soul, just as the commander would be nothing without his men. You have to earn their respect throughout your example and your choice. They give you what you need to make decision, this preparation, their experience, their dedication, and their unswerving support always. To have been the commanding officer of Libra has given me the greatest professional satisfaction of my working life. Throughout through the hard work and sacrifice, I have achieved many of my career goals, and I have realized my dreams by living as Catia. I met 3 presidents of the Republic. I shot a documentary film and written a book. All new points of departure, not finishing line. At the end, when confronted with 2, 3, or more rescue missions per day, in all sea condition, with scorching heat or cold that freezes your hands, they go ahead when they are sleepless nights, and with a smile even if tired. You feel that maybe you made it, that 84 people are your crew, that they are there not only out for sense of duty, but they are there also for their commander. And you feel pride, and pride has not gender.